Hello, this video tutorial is designed to walk you through the step-by-step process of creating a Parent PowerSchool account. All of this information in the step-by-step process can be found in your enrollment letter and in your enrollment guide. We will be covering how to create an account, as well as how to complete your enrollment forms and select your child's courses for next year. If you have any questions about this process, please feel free to reach out to your student's counselor and we'd be happy to walk you through the process. Towards the end of the video, I will also go through how to create and link a current Mount St. Mary students account with your new student. So if you have a student already at Mount St. Mary, I will show you how to add your new student into your already existing PowerSchool parent account. So to begin, you will use the web address msm.powerschool.com/public. You will click on Create Account and then Create Account again. For the parent account details, this is where we will begin. So you will enter your name and then the email address that you want associated with your parent account. Your username can be any username that you would like. This will be the username that you use to log in to check your students' grades and do the forms needed from year to year during enrollment time. Same thing for the password. This can be any password that you would like. Once you have the top part completed, you will scroll down to link students to an account. You will enter your student's name and then their access ID and password. The access ID and password can be found in your enrollment letter that you received via email. The access ID typically is just a 4-letter ID, and then the password is your student's ID number. So it will just be a 4-digit number. And then you will choose your relationship to the student. If you happen to have 2 siblings that will be starting at Mount St. Mary and you need to set up their account as well, you can actually do that under this screen. So you would enter the first student's information and then student number 2. If you don't have anybody else, you will just scroll down and select enter. And this is the message that you'll get. So congratulations, your new PowerSchool account has been created. Check your email for a link to verify your account. So what you'll do then is go over to your email, and this typically takes a couple of minutes to receive the email directly from PowerSchool for you to verify your information. So we will just hang tight for a couple of minutes for that email to come through. There it is. So what you'll do then is click on the email. You can see here I've practiced a couple times, but what you'll need to do is verify your account by clicking the link that they send you. And it is created. So then you will use the username that you created as well as the password that you created for yourself to log into your student's PowerSchool account. Once you get logged in, you will see this screen every single time you log in. So typically this is where you'll see your students' grades, and then over on the left panel you will see all of the navigation panel and all of the options available. So to begin, you will click on Forms, and then you will click on Enrollment. And under the enrollment forms is where you will find all of the enrollment forms that we need for you to complete in order to verify and complete your student's enrollment to Mount St. Mary. This first form is our volunteer information form. It is optional. And then all of the forms under the second enrollment forms tab will be the forms that we will need in order for you to complete your student's enrollment for next school year. So if you click on the form name, you will see all of the forms up at the top. You then have the ability to just kind of read through. You'll need to check all of the things that have the red asterisk. All of those are required fields. And at any time, you can come back and save for later. So if you get halfway through and need to come back to it, you just need to click that Save for Later button, and it will save it for you. After each form, you will come to this blue Submit button, and that will tell you that you have submitted it and you are ready to move on to the next tab. It will automatically take you to the next tab, and all of the tabs at the top are all of the forms that we need to be completed for next year's enrollment. So everything has gone digital, including our tuition payment contract. This tuition payment contract that I'm currently on is probably the most important document that you will sign throughout this enrollment process. This is your contract with the business office to let us know that your student will be attending Mount St. Mary. So once this form is completed, as well as all of these forms at the top, you are almost finished with the enrollment process, except for a couple of steps. So in order to move on to the next step of the enrollment process, this payment contract form will need to be completed. Once it is filled out, it will then go over to the business office. The business office within 48 hours will create an account for you in our online tuition payment portal called FACTS, F-A-C-T-S. Once your account is created in FACTS, within 48 hours of submitting this payment contract, you will then receive an email notification from FACTS that your account has been created, and it will give you the instructions for how to log in. Once that has happened, that is where all of the financial agreements will take place, as well as the process to complete any financial assistance paperwork if you are interested in applying for financial assistance. In the meantime, you can have the availability to select your students' courses for next year. So once all of these forms at the top are completed, you will then want to come over and click class registration. And I just found class registration over here on the left-hand side on the navigation panel. So you can see here, these are all of the courses that your student will enroll in for next school year. In your enrollment letter that you received, you will have the courses that were recommended to your student based off of their MAP testing data, as well as potentially some current teacher recommendations. And so your course recommendations is what you will use in order to fill out each of these specific class sections. So Theology 1 is our class for current freshmen, and that one is already populated into the theology section for you. So what you will then do is go over here to this pencil, and it says click to edit 9th grade requirement. I'm currently in as a incoming freshman student. So if you're an upperclassman, that will say something different for your next grade level. So you will click on the pencil, and then it will have the courses that are available to you. So the 9th grade requirement typically for all incoming freshmen is that they take Rocket Experience and Speech. So you will click those two things and click OK. You will then come over to English. You will click the designated English section that is listed on your course recommendation. So if it's on level English, you would select both 2103 and 2102, and that just one is first semester and one is second semester. You'll scroll down and click OK, and you will just follow this step by step until you get all the way down to the end where you can click Submit. You will want to make sure that each of these check marks on the side are checked green. If anything has a red exclamation point, you will not be able to move forward in the process. So you want to make sure that everything is checked green, and typically that will happen by ensuring that you have selected both first and second semester as a option for each of your courses. Most of our courses are full year classes, so you'll just want to make sure that you've selected first and second semester. When you get down to your electives, it says please select 5 semester classes. So these are going to be all of the elective courses that your student can enroll in for next semester. And you can find the description for each of these in our course description guide. But you can see here that if it says it's a 0.5 credit, that means it's just a semester course, whereas some of our courses are a year-long course, maybe such as yearbook. So you can see here there's 2 sections of yearbook, both listed as a 0.5. So you'll just have to check the course description book. And then, like I said, once you get all of your courses selected, you will just click submit. So, and if you have any questions throughout this process, please, like I said, feel free to reach out to your student's counselor, and we can walk through this. If you have questions about a specific class or a course recommendation, we would be happy to walk you through that process. So, those are the 2 main things that you need in order to complete your enrollment for Mount St. Mary. So all of the things can be found under Forms, under the Forms tab, and then the Class Registration tab. And then also be on the lookout for your fax account email verification, just to make sure that your fax account has been created properly. If you have a student already at Mount St. Mary and you just need to link your new student's account with your current student, what you will do is go to the home page. So I'm under my fake student here. You'll scroll down to the very bottom and click Account Preferences. And then you'll click on Students. So it says to add a student to your parent account, click the Add button. So you'll come over here to the right and click Add. And then you'll just need your student's name and then their access ID and password. And again, you'll choose your relationship to them and click OK. And what that will do is put your 2 students on one account so you don't have to have multiple accounts to check forms and fill out paperwork and things like that. So the beauty of this is if you have 2 accounts under your one parent account, you only have to enter your all of your demographic information under the Forms tab one time. So if you need any questions, or if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Again, all of this information can be found in the enrollment guide and in your enrollment letter. But if you need anything else, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.